Welcome to episode 2 of the GrindStone podcast. Today's episode is titled, What is it like to PvP with High-Ping? I hope you enjoy. Hi. Okay. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello guys, I'm Maui. I am a Minecraft YouTuber with currently 837 subscribers, and apparently I've been growing really fast, so yeah. I really enjoy playing Bedwars, so yeah.
Yeah, I saw, you've been I don't know, how many subscribers have you been getting per day? Because, you've been putting in the...
Average 20, but it's kind of slowed down a bit. I've been really busy, but yeah, it used to be 20.
Hey.
I think my best in one day was like 120, just pretty insane, actually.
Yeah, that's crazy, especially for a smaller YouTuber. Dude, I saw, do you collab with anybody in the server, or not really?
At the moment, I've only collabed with one guy where we just decided to get on Myman and Jewel for fun, but I was recording at the time, so yeah. But yeah, in the future, I might be collabing with someone, because actually right before this interview, I collabed with someone and we actually might start collabing together in the future to help build each other's subscriber base, and it'll just be more fun in general, so yeah.
Right. What would be your content model, I guess? What do you find the most fun to make?
I think doing challenges with other friends, or just playing with other friends in general, is really fun to make, because you get to socialize more, I guess. Yep.
You do mostly fireball fight, right?
Yeah.
That's what I see on your shorts, yeah. Is there a strategy to it?
In 5-4 fight the game or the content?
For the game.
Alright, so generally you want to place a TNT at the start when there's right before 2 seconds, which will help boost you forward, which will get you more time. Fireball jumping is pretty self-explanatory. Just look down, jump, fireball, right click. If you can, try to take the PvP, because you don't want to pass unless you're way ahead of them.
Right.
Otherwise, yeah. If you get to your opponent's island, place down the TNT, block yourself in with endstone on the other side, and just look forward, break back, you take no knockback because you place spots behind you. And basically, you got the bed, and you should be able to win from there.
Do you play Bridge or Hypixel Bridge or any of those?
I actually used to main Hypixel Bridge. Right after I quit Bedwars, I played a lot of Hypixel Bridge. I got to Bridge Diamond free, and then kind of got bored of the game, so I stopped. But yeah.
I've been trying to grind out Bridge right now. I think it's really fun, but what server do you play on? Because I can't seem to find a good fireball fight server.
Myman.club is a really good server that is for fireball fight. I think it might be the only one, but yeah, Myman.club, it has 3-4 different regions, so you can play and get good ping. Yeah.
Would you play? I guess you play Bedwars too, right?
Yeah, I do. I started getting back into it. So.
I've seen on your content you play Bedwars Fireball Fight. Do you play conventional Bedwars as well?
As in the actual Bedwars game on Hypixel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it occasionally now and then. I'm starting to get back into it, so you should see more content. I should be posting more Bedwars content on my channel sooner or later.
What's kind of your strategy to your content? What would you say helps with views?
I think the number one important thing is consistent upload schedule. If you don't have a consistent upload schedule, then you're not going to get the views, because YouTube won't recommend your videos. Second, quality of content. I think people have to take note of how good their content is in terms of quality, because of course when you're starting out, you have to actually know content isn't the best, and that's something I've realized. Once you learn how to make better content, then more people start to watch, because obviously you have quite high esteem of yourself. One more thing, if you are going to make shorts, it won't probably do good for your long form content, which is what I'm going through right now. So if you're going to make long form content, I would suggest using shorts to promote your long form content. So yeah.
Right. What kind of settings do you play with? Do you play, what kind of DPI / sensitivity / POV do you play with?
So I have 800 DPI and 63% sensitivity, which is quite low compared to other people. My FOV is currently 83, so
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is actually quite interesting. I have weird settings.
I play with like, people give me grief about it all the time, but I play with like 1600 DPI, and I play with like 100% mouse sensitivity. So
yeah, it's not that bad too.
It's ultra sensitive. And I play with motion blur. Do you play with motion blur as well?
I don't think so. I don't play with motion.
What kind of launcher do you use?
I use Linux client. So yeah, mainly Linux client.
Have you ever considered moving over to Feather?
I have tried Feather in the past, but the thing is, a close friend of mine did give me some Luna cosmetics, so I don't really want to put that to me.
I always ask people this. Do you have any weird keybinds?
Weird keybinds? Not really any at the moment. I guess the only like pretty weird one might be I use tilde, or like the one next to number 1. I use that to start replay mod, which is quite actually. But otherwise, it's all pretty standard. Control to sprint, shift to shift, obviously. I have my 2 side mouse buttons, 8 and 9, hotbar.
You do it on the right side or the left side?
I have it in 1, so I actually use, when I'm like PvPing, I use my forefinger to reach out for 1, and then use that to switch the sword.
I see. Okay. What keyboard and mouse do you use?
I have the Razer Synosa V2, which is a pretty good budget keyboard. It is membrane, but it does what's the word? It does act like a mechanical keyboard. And I have the Model O wired.
Yeah, I use the Razer Huntman. I love this thing.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I'm about to upgrade, so I'm gonna build a custom. Is there any like memorable fireball fight / whatever? Doesn't really matter. Any memorable opponents you faced?
I have faced a number of memorable opponents in Bedwars actually. Me and my friend, we were in a Bedwars tournament. We were the bottom team, and we went against the top team, who currently are like number 3 and number 7 in the world for Bedwars, Tiltings and Tilting Sun. I remember I killed Tilting Sun once, and I was like freaking out about it, and then we got instantly destroyed.
Right.
One other memorable game, which also happened with the same teammate. We went against a 1800 star and a 900 star, and that game lasted for like 30 minutes, and we managed to win. It was a 1v1, no beds, and I beat the 1800 star in PvP, which was quite crazy. So that was another memorable game. Of course, I don't really like. Sorry, yeah.
Right. Can you explain the ranking system? Because I don't really know what 800 star is.
Oh, so when you play Bedwars, you get experience for playing it. So every time you get 5,000 Bedwars experience, you get 1 star in Bedwars, which is basically like a level up.
Hey.
So so I'm currently 262 stars. So which is okay.
I probably should check, because I've been playing pretty decent Bedwars for a while and I haven't looked. I didn't even know that was a thing. What mouse do you use?
Model O Mate White.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, the wired version.
Nice. I guess you probably use keybinds, right? You don't use a scroll wheel?
Sometimes I use scroll wheel. I actually use 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I use keybinds and 8, 9. So sometimes 4 is a bit tricky to reach you, but yeah, I use scroll wheel sometimes. Or keybinds though.
Nice. What is your when you're playing Bedwars, what would be your play style? Defensive or aggressive?
I think I'm more aggressive. I like to rush like incredibly fast. Try to get opponent out as quickly as possible.
Will we one day see a fire axe / Bowie fireball fight?
Oh, okay. That would be interesting. Potentially, actually. Not sure yet, but it'll be interesting to see, because obviously time zone's a bit hard considering Australia. But yeah, we might actually. That'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, he's actually closer to y'all or to you in time zone than I am. I don't know if you're comfortable sharing what your PC spec is.
I'll be okay with that. I have the i7 for 16 GB RAM.
Yeah.
And 1 TB memory. So I don't have a good graphics card. So yeah.
Would you recommend a texture pack for anybody watching?
If you're like into like Bedwars or 505, I really highly recommend the Luminous 16X by LeapFox. I think it's really cool
yeah,
pack.
I love that texture pack.
Yeah, I discovered it from James. You might know him as one of the best Bedwars player who won the Bedwars tourney on Hypixel.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I got into it, and now it's become my main pack. So I'd really recommend it.
Hey, do you have a personal pack you like to play?
Not necessarily.
It's like when you're building or whatever.
Not really. I just use the default pack if I'm building, or just stick with the Luminous. A bit lazy to change.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yep.
I would really recommend the Primes 32 texture pack.
Primes 32. Okay, I'll check it out.
Are you capable of running shaders?
Not when playing games, but in replay mode, yes, I can run shaders barely. Like I can get 120 FPS and the replay
mod. So I definitely recommend complementary with BSL enabled. It makes it crazy looking in your videos. Whenever you do a cinematic shot, for PvP, I switch between Luminous 32 or 16 and Primes 32 for building. But I do more cinematic shots in my long form videos. Do you have plans to make any sort of other content besides PvP content?
Not necessarily. I might post a couple events like survival, like challenges where we like 1v1 against each other for like parkour, like clutches or anything. But no, I'm mainly focused on PvP, but you might see the occasional change content.
Have you considered maybe putting like a PvP centered SMP? Have you ever considered making one of those?
Not really, because I do main 1.8.9 PvP. Plus, I feel like it would take a lot of effort just to start that SMP. And I wouldn't be very good because I'm not very good at like 1.9 plus PvP. So probably not.
So you would say that your strong suit is in 1.8 PvP?
Yes, I would say so.
Have you ever like encountered some humorous like coincidences or just something funny that's ever happened to you?
In like Hypixel?
Yeah.
Not really. I remember this one time, me and all my friends, we were destroying everybody in the Bedwars lobby, and then there was one guy left. We decided to keep him alive and put him in a glass cage. That was kind of funny. A funny thing, he was a derp skin. You know, it was hilarious.
When you're playing like more long form Bedwars for like Hypixel Bedwars, is there a type of bed defense you would recommend? Besides Wool Mountain, because that's obviously better.
If I was gonna do a bed defense, I don't know. I'd either go the butterfly bed defense or the hot bed defense. So wood and wool, or endstone and wool/glass. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's worth it to rush the center to get obsidian, leaving your bed unprotected, or with only a layer or two of wool?
Depends what kind of game you're in. If you feel like the game's gonna go quite long, I'd say yes, it's worth getting obsidian, and like you'll want to play quite safe. But otherwise, generally, you wouldn't want to get obsidian. You want to get more aggressive stuff like potions or pearls.
I actually have never bought a potion or a pearl in Bedwars before. I always get permanent diamond armor, because you know I'm always the PvPer. My brother Spire on Quest, he's the one that does bridging. He bridges copiously fast. I don't know how he does it. I think he gets like 20 some clicks per second. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I don't even know, because my mouse is the same mouse he has. I got the Razer Balisk V3. And this thing won't register double clicks for me for the life of me. So I don't know how he does it. Can you speed bridge, or do you have a preferred bridging method?
No, yeah, I know with speed bridge. I have learned Grizzly Bridge and God Bridge.
How do you God Bridge?
So you wanna, if you can, preferably get a drag clicking mouse and you want to short drag click. Once you learn how to short drag click, you want to line it up right so your crosshairs at the top of the block. And then press S and D or A and S depending on what you use at the same time. Start drag clicking and then jump every 8 blocks, otherwise you'll fall off for God bridging.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of detailed tutorials on YouTube that I would recommend. So.
Have you ever watched Naz on YouTube? He does short form content. You know how he does that bridging style? I don't know what that's called, but can you do that?
Or is it, not sure what you're talking about, sorry. Is it like where he just jumps back and just starts?
Yeah.
He doesn't shift right and he jumps back and starts spamming blocks underneath him and he keeps jumping.
Right.
Yeah, that's called jitter bridge. Yeah, so I can do it sometimes depending if I'm good or not. But yeah, jitter bridging is...
Well, that pretty much wraps up the interview. Is there anything else you want to add? Any questions you want to ask?
No, not really. But if you are a small creator, just don't give up. Yes, people will try to bring you down, but there should be motivation to keep you going even more. It has happened to me before. I have gotten some hate comments. You should turn it around. Prove them wrong that you can become big one day. You guys can do it. So yeah, keep working hard.
Alright, thanks, Maui.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Come back next week for another awesome podcast.